Currencies in Fantasy Worlds, Part 2! Geez, sorry for the headphone viewers there, but welcome to Part 2 of the series I'm doing on my channel. Maybe Part 2 is the end, but maybe I'm going to do a Part 3. I don't know. I have 3 series in mind, but you don't need to watch Part 1 to watch Part 2. But if you want to find out what currencies they use in the Fantasy Worlds I talked about in Part 1, I talked about Lord of the Rings, I talked about King Killer Chronicles, and I talked about Harry Potter. So if you're curious what currencies they use in those Fantasy Worlds, go check out Part 1. It'll be linked in description. But in Part 2, we are going to discuss Wheel of Time currency, the Fantasy World, the currencies they use in that world, Mistborn, and Percy Jackson, or be specific, the Camp Half-Blood, what they use there. So let's just get started. Again, just like Middle-earth and our world, different regions and countries of the Wheel of Time world have different currencies. For example, Tarvalin and Andor, they use copper pennies, silver penny, silver mark, silver crown, gold mark, and gold crown. Other countries do use those same coins, but the conversion rate is different. So in Tarvalin and Andor, they do 10 copper pennies to 1 silver penny, 10 silver pennies to 1 silver mark, 10 silver marks to 1 silver crown, 10 silver crowns to 1 gold mark, 10 gold marks to 1 gold crown. Hopefully I said that right. So it's always 10 to 1 to the lower coin is always 10 to 1 to the one above it. If that makes sense. So there's only 1 copper coin, there's 3 silver coins, and there's 2 gold coins. There's silver penny, silver mark, silver crown, gold mark, gold crown, and then there's copper penny. So hopefully that's manageable. And the second country that we will look at is the country of Altera. Has a different conversion, which is 10 copper pennies to 1 silver penny, which is the same for Tarvalin, 21 silver pennies to 1 silver mark, so there's a little change there, 20 silver marks to 1 silver crown, 20 silver crowns to 1 gold mark, and 20 gold marks to 1 gold crown. So you can see it's 20 to 1, so it's kind of double. So yeah, you can kind of see that it's worth less, if that makes sense. The coins are worth less in Altera, I don't know how to pronounce that, than in Tarvalin. And yeah, so again, other countries might have different conversion rates, but I'm not going to list every country in Wheel of Time because there are a lot and it's going to take a lot of time. But yeah, so let's get on to the next series. Mistborn. The world in which Mistborn takes place in Scadril uses boxings. That is the only coin they use that I saw, that I searched up, and that I only found it in the series of my knowledge. As they use boxings as a currency in the Final Empire, which again is before Vin take over the world. I don't know if they change to a different currency. I haven't read the second series, so I'm just talking about Mistborn. What they use in Mistborn, they're still using boxings to the end of the last book in Mistborn. So, it is used as a currency in the Final Empire. It is a gold imperial coin with the etching of Creedic Shaw on one side, which is the palace of the Lord Ruler, or in other words, the box that the Lord Ruler lives in, hence the name Boxings. They're actually more known by people who read the series as the coins that Coinshots and Mistborns use to jump and use as projectiles to shoot at attackers. So they are more used or more demonstrated in the series by attacking or in action scenes than they are actually by buying things. So yeah, that is actually a very simple one, just 1 coin, and they use it to buy things, everything they use. And yeah, so let's get on to the last series of today. Percy Jackson. Last one of today. So obviously Percy Jackson and others use regular American money when buying things from normal people, like I said at the beginning. But Half-Bloods can't use regular money, obviously, when using the Grey Six Sisters taxi service or calling someone through a mist of iris message, or any other service that is run by a Greek hero, monster, god, half-blood, or anyone that can see through the mist. That's why Half-Bloods at Camp Half-Blood need to use golden drachmas, the currency of the ancient Greek world. I already mentioned a few uses of the golden drachma: the Grey Sisters taxi service demonstrated in the Sea of Monsters Book 2 of the Percy Jackson series, and an iris message in the Battle of the Labyrinth. But there are more. Obviously, you need a golden drachma to hitch a boat across the river Styx in the underworld, demonstrated in Book 1 when Percy, Annabeth, and Grover went to the underworld to get Percy's mother and find the bolt of lightning. And you need golden drachmas to use the Hermes Express package letter delivery service. I think demonstrated in Book 2, yeah. And there are definitely more uses, obviously, to buy things from other campers. There's many different uses of the drachma. Obviously, it is a currency, so you buy things using that currency. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was, again, really fun, in my opinion, talking about the different currencies. So thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun for me. Tell me in the comments if you are interested in a part 3. Thanks for listening. This has been Currencies and Fantasy Worlds Part 2. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.
I never tried to do anything. I never mean to hurt anyone. I try to be a good son. But no one ever will take my side. All I ever do is take the fall. I swear that I'm a good kid. Guess I'm good for nothing at all.